What's going on, guys? How you doing? Back in the video, and today we're going to be taking a look at how Clan Wars and Clash Royale looked before the release. How could that be, HaVoC? How are you going to show us? Do you have pictures? Yes, I actually do. For those of you who don't know, Clan Wars has been in Supercell's mind since, I don't know, forever. But the real development started in January 2018 or early 2017. This is when they began actually making it happen. So that's what this video is about. We're going to be going through the timeline of Clan Wars, looking at pictures, videos, and seeing its journey to where it is today. Also, don't forget to like the video and also comment below if you enjoyed and want to see more videos like this. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. It's unsure when the idea first arose to Supercell, but we did hear a few rumors in mid-2017. So I'm going to say from August to December 2017, Supercell was only thinking of ideas and ideas only. So there was not much going on in terms of making it happen. If you guys remember, in 2017, we were more focused on 2v2 and, you know, the touchdown, whatever that thing was anyways. Not bashing on anything, but yeah. So the first month of development, things were looking a bit meh. But keep in mind, Supercell's goal the first month was to make it work, rather than make it look good, because they weren't showing off to anyone, they were just trying to make things work. So the starting phase was a bit rough and plain looking, and we just had a button for Clan Wars, so, you know, instead of it having the clan chest, it had the button for the Clan Wars. When you clicked on the button though, it would take you to this screen. And if it looks familiar or reminds you of anything, it's because they were using the background from Clan Wars and Clash of Clans. So it was kind of like a throwback type thing. Clan Wars this early on was also head-to-head, so there was no 5 clans involved, only 2. The game modes available for Collection Day were the same, but Collection Day was a bit different as well. It's unsure how it worked, because Supercell did mention it was still kind of riggedy and they didn't know what they wanted. Another cool thing was that the leader and co-leaders would also have to pick the sides of the war instead of it doing it automatically. And to me, that sounds a whole lot better than what we have today. I'm not sure why they removed such a good feature. On to February, we finally had a separate screen for the Clan Wars instead of having a button for it. I mean, it technically was a button, but you know what I mean. You know, it's just there. It's not a button anymore. It's there. The base design was looking about the same, but obviously there were a lot of changes. First, Collection Day and War Day was finally figured out. They were made a day each, and Collection Day was the only day to unlock new cards for the war. Remember how we said in January that Collection Day was still unclear? Well, yeah. February, it was clear. Another cool thing they added was arenas. So today, we have leagues, but back in February, leagues were not a thing. It was actually arenas, where you would get trophies from Clan Wars you won, and go up in the ladder, kind of like the regular ladder. This obviously made sense, because why not? Clash Royale works like this. So, it makes sense, right? The only reason why this idea did not stay is because unlocking cards from that arena didn't make a whole lot of sense either. You would have very limited cards, and it was also unclear what amount of rewards you would get. Moving on to March, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but I wish Supercell kept some of these things they had in March. I mean, goddamn. Just look at the map. It's bigger, colorful, and it's just amazing. Of course, they didn't have separate islands for this concept right here, which was already enough, by the way, but they didn't like it. They kind of did keep it, but not really, because it looks a little different, and it's just not as colorful and, you know, amazing as it is right now. Besides the map though, leagues were finally added, so no more arenas. I like the leagues better, and this time, even though the art was not finished for the map or leagues or really anything, everything was looking a little bit funky and rough. At least everything was coming together and it was looking awesome. This also meant that since you were no longer progressing through already existing arenas, they needed to make new arenas for the new leagues, which is why the War Day arenas look different as you progress through arenas. And they're also not arenas we had before, so they look entirely different. A minor difference was also the chest in which you got the cards from. Back then, they only used sort of like a clan chest with purple on it, and that's it. But of course, obviously, this was early on, so the art wasn't really important. And finally, April, which was the month of release, things were looking sorta how they look today. The map was changed to a smaller island, and they made a new island for the War Island. There wasn't much going on in this month though. It was mainly design rework, polishing, fixing bugs. After that, the update was released and bam! It is what it is today. Now that the timeline is done though, the podcast where this info came from also discussed some frequently asked questions, and I wanted to mention them just in case you guys haven't seen that video. The first one was, why are we using our own card levels instead of tournament standard? The simple and shorter answer was that Supercell wanted us to adapt to whatever meta was brought up in that clan war. They wanted every war to be different and not feel like any other tournament. Next question was, why don't we have more than 3 attacks in collection day? The answer was simply that they wanted everyone who was in war to be able to actually get their attacks in. So if a person has a busy day, they didn't want them to have to attack so many times, like 10 times a day, just for a war. If it was too much, some people don't have time for that. And if it was too little, the war would be, well, a bit more restricted, so 3 attacks was a sweet spot. And finally, how does matchmaking work? The answer to that was that it's very similar to the ladder, and it uses a hidden trophy score that's never shown to you, but it does it in the background, and it's calculated by how your clan does in wars. But the most interesting part about it was that if you win a lot, you'll get matched up with people who are also winning a lot. So be careful. When you start winning a lot, make sure your clan is ready, because it will get harder and harder. But yeah guys, that should conclude today's video. The podcast sure gave us a load of information, and it also cleared up a lot of questions I had as well. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and also comment below letting me know of any questions, and I'll try and answer them. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe for videos. Tell me what you guys think below in the comment section. YouTube. See you on the next one. Peace!